Okay, so today is gonna be a bit of, applying some of the information that we've learned, how to create a visual for your 5-number summary. We're reviewing box plots today. You have classwork today, and then you have homework today. As long as we move through this and I don't have to stop 1,015 times, there's no reason we should not get all of this done, and you should have plenty of time for your homework. However, if I have to stop repeatedly, then obviously that is not going to happen. So please take your foldable. You're gonna fold it like a brochure. So essentially you have 3 sections. Alright, so open up to the left flap where it's got the words and information on it. So it says, after placing the data in order from least to greatest, the first step in solving, and I apologize that these lines are so little, a box and whisker plot or a box plot or cat and whiskers. I mean, there's tons of different names for it, but you'll hear box plot and box and whiskers. So to find, the first step in solving a box and whisker plot is to find the median. You're going to draw a line to show the median, and again, you'll see how this all applies once we actually construct one. The second step is to identify the first and third quartiles. The first quartile is on the left-hand side. It consists of numbers that are the minimum. Find it should be a median, not the mean. Find the median of this quartile and show this by drawing a line. And then the third quartile is to the right of the median. It consists of numbers that are the maximum. Find, and again, it shouldn't be the mean, it should be the median. Find the median of this quartile and show this by drawing a line. So now do you kind of understand where the 5-number summary comes in to making a box plot? It is the visual for your 5-number summary. Huh? You do? Yeah. I mean, they're pretty easy. Alright, so thumbs up when you have this information copied down so that we can move on to the next section. Alright, so now take your paper and I want you to turn it sideways. So this is essentially a box plot. The one side of your whisker is going to be your minimum number. The other side of your whisker is going to be your maximum number. The one that is always in the middle, regardless if it looks like it's not necessarily dead center in the middle, because technically box plots are representation of 5 numbers, not all the numbers. Okay, so the one that is always in the middle is your median, or it's also known as what? Second quartile. So your Q2. Your first line is always your Q1 and your last line is always your Q3. Or the first side of your box and the last side of your box. However you want to say it. Alright, now we're going to apply all of this information. So, to find the interquartile, sorry, I totally had a brain fart. To find the interquartile range, subtract the first and third quartiles. Which, again, we already know this. Alright, we are going to use this data set. We're going to find the Q1, Q2, aka the median, Q3, and the IQ should be R down there. We're also going to construct a box plot. Now, when you're constructing a box plot, you have to look at your data to determine what your numbers on your number line are going to be. Sometimes you're going to increase by 5, sometimes you're going to increase by 10s, 20s, 100s, depending, or by 1s. So it's important for you to put your numbers in order from least to greatest, always and forever, and then go from there with your number line. So we're going to put our numbers in order from least to greatest. So we have 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 15, and 16. Alright, so again, you should have 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 15, 16. Okay? Now, looking at our data set, what would be the best interval for our number line? Would make the most sense. Looking at our numbers. Michaela?
By twos?
No. Not 2s. It's not rocket science. Cooper L.
Oh,
Alright, up here. That's why I'm like, I don't know what y'all looking at. So this is going to be the beginning. I'm going to draw a number line that goes to right here. And obviously you kind of have to be careful with your spacing. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Make 5 stand out a little bit. So see how I did that? I didn't number all of them, but I did make 5 a little bit more obvious. And then it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Same thing. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So why am I making the 5th one stand out? What do you think? And then I guess I could click. Why do you think I made like every 5th line a little bit more, well, first of all, numbered, and then a little bit bigger? Anybody know? Michaela?
Oh, because there was only room for that.
I mean, technically, room is a big thing. Being organized and neat is another thing. Because I do not have neat enough handwriting to fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all the way to 25 on each one of those lines and understand what is even remotely going on that page. Okay? Alright, so let's go ahead and get our 5-number summary. So we know that our minimum is what? Which one is our minimum? It's gonna be 2. Raise your hand. What is our maximum? What's our maximum gonna be? Haley.
16.
Alright, what I'm going to do. No, I'm not gonna do that yet. I'll just wait. Alright, we have to find our Q1, our median, and then our Q3. So let's go ahead and find the median first. So I'm crossing off until I get to the middle. Alright, raise your hand when you have found your median. Alright, Hunter, what's the median? 9. So right now, I know my median. I'm gonna go up to my number line that I just created, and above 9, I'm going to draw a line, just like this. And I'm going to label it median. So it's above 9 on my number line, not on my number line. Sometimes you'll see it on the number line, sometimes you won't. Alright, now I need to find my Q1. So someone raise your hand and tell me how to find Q1. Jack?
You just do the same thing just behind that.
With what?
You do the exact same thing with crossing out just behind that.
Behind 9, so like this way? So in front of 9. You said behind. Behind 9 would be up here. If I'm finding Q1, where am I looking? It's not in front of 9, yeah. So cross off, cross off, cross off, cross off. What is my Q1? Jeremiah?
5.
Alright, so up here, I'm gonna go up to 5. I'm gonna draw another line, and I'm gonna label it Q1. And then for Q3, doing the same thing as the others, finding my Q3, which is what? Jackson? 13. Alright, so essentially I have my median, my Q1, and my Q3. I am now going to make this a box. What was my minimum? What was my minimum? Brock? And what was my maximum? Michaela?
16.
So there is your box and whisker, based off of the information that you guys, or that we came up with from our data. Not too often are you gonna have to construct one of these, but it is good to know how to make one of these. Alright, and then make sure you fill out Q1, Q3, Q2, and IQR. Stand up when you have that information done. Alright, Alexa, what was my Q1? 5. What was my Q2? What was my Q3? And what did you do to find my IQR, or the IQR? Which is?
16 minus 2, or 16 minus, no, 13 minus 5.
and that gave me,
8.
alright, please make sure you have this information correct. Glue this in. Now, you are gluing in the middle. Like the middle section is what gets glued in, and then you fold it in this way. So essentially, you should have 2 flaps that flap up, and again, the middle is glued down.
The brochure.
Stop talking. Now, I want you to get some kind of different color out, whether it's a pen, marker, color pencil, doesn't matter. But I do want a different color for you today. I thought it was like really Caleb.
I'm so sorry.
SMRT?
Huh?
SMRT?
Yeah.
Means you're super smart, SMRT.
Yeah, I'm that.
It means you're not because you're already spelling it wrong.
I had to think about it. It's not. That's not how you spell it.
Explain the joke.
I don't care if it's over there. Alright, so moving on to some practice for the 5-number summaries. Yes, you must use a different color. What? Yeah, apparently I can't see one. Alright, at the top of this page, it reminds you what your median is, your lower median, which I want you to write next to that one. Q1, your median, your minimum, your lower median, your upper median, which is your Q3, and your maximum. Now, when we're going through this today, we're gonna do one together, and then you guys essentially are gonna do the other 2 on your own, and then we're gonna go over it. So we are starting with this chart and this information. Now, it's very important that you follow what it says here and you transfer the data to the lines in numerical order. You are not just simply writing 8, 6, 8, 10, 8, 10, 10. That's not gonna help you. You are putting them in order from least to greatest. So, for Miss Baird, thank you. What number goes first? 6. Then how many 8s do I have?
3.
And then how many 10s?
3.
And you'll notice there is the same number of lines as our numbers on your chart. Now, for Miss Keene, what are the first 2 numbers?
0.
What are my next 2 numbers?
3.
And obviously my last 3 are all 4s. So now we have them in numerical order. You are finding the 5-number summary right on these lines. So you're simply gonna go, for the first one, you're gonna cross off till you get to the middle. I know that my median is going to be 8, my minimum is gonna be 6, and my maximum is gonna be 10. This is where the color comes in, because I wanna see you showing the difference when you're finding your Q1 and your Q3. So you're crossing off those 2, finding, crossing off these 2, and finding. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So essentially, when you are done, you should have 2 different colors on every section. So you should have your pencil and then whatever color you're choosing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Alright, you are doing the second and third one on your own. I'm gonna give you 6 minutes. It's probably too long, but I wanna give you 6 minutes. Stand up when you're finished. Do not talk. Go ahead, go. This and you can actually do the work and get credit for it. I'm gonna grab both places. All right. Go ahead, have a seat. If you are not done, that is fine. Hopefully at least everybody got this first one done on the right side, so put your pencils down. If you didn't, I have no idea what you were doing. All right, so for Joe's grades, someone raise your hand and list them in order from least to greatest for me. All right, Raheem.
The first one is 60,
Okay.
second 85, third 85, fourth 85, fifth 90, sixth 90, seventh 90, eighth 90, ninth 100, and 10th 100.
Okay, perfect. All right, and then Tom. Someone list Tom's grades in order. Caleb.
It goes 60, then 60 again, then 60, then 60, and then 60.
So you should have 5 60s, right?
Yep.
Okay, next.
And then 3 80s. And then 85 and then 100.
All right, so that should be the order in which you put your data. Now, someone walk me through how to find, for Joe, minimum, median, maximum, lower median, upper median, or Q1, Q3. All right, Michaela.
So, the minimum is the least number, which would be 60. And then the maximum is the highest number, which would be 100. And then you cross off 60, then 100, 85, and then you get the second 100, 85, and then 90, 85, and then 90. And you got 2 90s left. And technically, those are like the same numbers, so the minimum, median would be 90. And then for the lower median, would you cross off 60, and then one of the 90s, and then 85, and then 85 again, and then you'd be left with 85.
Okay. And then, go ahead.
Upper median, you would cross off 90, then 100, 90, then 100, and you'd be left with 90.
Okay. All right, it is very important that you understand you include those 2 90s in your median for your Q1 and your Q3. If you do not, you are going to get the wrong answer. Why do we include those 90s? Anybody know? Kayla?
If it's an even number, you include the, like, 2 numbers between you.
I mean, technically, yes, that's right, but there's a reason why we include them. Cooper?
Because neither are actually median.
Right, neither one of them are the median. Our median is those 2 added together and then divided by 2, which obviously gives us 90. But neither one of them are the actual median, so we have to include them in our numbers. All right, who would like to walk me through Tom's grades? All right, Ace.
5 60s.
We already got that.
Okay.
So you're walking me through like the
Right.
median, the minimum, maximum, Q1, Q3.
Okay. I started out with the median and I just crossed off everything until I got to the center 2 numbers.
Okay. So you ended up with 60 and 80
I added those together and divided by 2,
and got
7.
perfect. Okay.
And then I just did the same thing that I did to find the median for the other 2 on both sides.
All right, so your Q1 is 60.
And my Q3 was 80. Is that
It's at 80.
that's it? That was
And then what is,
the maximum is 100 and the minimum is 60.
okay, perfect. Alright. For the last one, this is what it should look like. Should be 70, 70, 71, 71, 72, 72, 72, 74, 74, 74, 80 for your first data set. For the Wildcats, it should be 60, 70, 70, 71, 71, 72, 74, 76, 78, 80, 81. Your 5-number summary for the Bulldogs is 70, 71, 72, 74, 80. And then your 5-number summary for Wildcats is 60, 70, 72, 78, 81. Okay? Make sure that if you didn't get this done, that you get a copy down from Canvas, because it will be on Canvas later today. All right. You have a foldable for your box plots. You have a little bit of notes and information to make a box plot. You are about to get some independent work. That means you are independently working. That does not mean you are working with your partners or your friends or the counter or the ceiling. You are working independently by yourself, not making any noise. When you're done with that, you are going to turn it in to me. I'm going to take it, and you are going to get your homework. All right, you may glue this piece of paper into your notebook. I'm not collecting it. This is for you guys. I will be collecting your classwork. This is your classwork. The way you get your homework is get done with this. All of us who like to, I don't even know what y'all do when you're at your seats, but those of you that never get done and always have to take something home, that's unacceptable. Like, there's no reason you don't get this done. It is 1:13. Like, this is not that hard. Okay? Get both of these things glued in. Please make sure you put your first name, last name, date, and period on your classwork. Again, when you're finished, you are turning it into me. We're not turning it into the bin. If you would like to use colors on your classwork, that is fine. If you do not want to use colors on your classwork, that is fine as well. How do you get your homework? Classwork. Do you turn classwork into the third period bin? No. Never. You do not turn it into the bin today. Also, I will be calling you to pass back some work that has been turned in or resubmitted. So when you hear your name, please come and get your work as well as get it put into your notebook. No, you're not moving around the room because y'all don't know how to act right when you do. No, you should be able to do everything right here on the page. You don't have to show your work in your notebook. There's enough room on this page to get everything done right